Good morning, sir and ma'am. On behalf of Wonder Diamonds, we take immense pleasure in welcoming senior journalists in Chennai, senior influencers, top influencers. We have a couple of celebrities who are raising the occasion, actress Swasista and actress Pragyan Nagra. And we also have a lot of our partners in trade, well-wishers and friends as well. Welcome you all to this occasion where we are launching WonderDiamonds.com. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning. So I'm your host for the day. I'm Balachandra, one of the partners in this venture, and we have an interesting agenda lined up for you. First, we will start an introduction to Wonder. We want you to understand what is Wonder. What is Wonder Diamonds all about, and for that we have the founder, Ms. Aishwarya, who will talk about that. And then we have a quick Q&A session where we will be talking about what's unique about this lab-grown diamonds, so which will also give you some information on what's special about us. Then we have our chief guest, Mr. Kumar Rajagopalan, who's come in here, who will also give a short address. And then we have followed by our celebrity guest, Ms. Swatishta, who will talk about her thoughts on the collection and the diamonds. And then we'll go on to inaugurate the .com site, which we'll show it to you, followed by a Q&A session with all of you. I hope the agenda is okay. In terms of starting up, why Wonder? What Wonder? And Wonder is a young brand, a new brand, but it's in a very interesting space that is going to kind of disrupt the diamond and jewelry industry in India. This was a brainchild of the founders coming from a jewelry background and a diamond family. They saw an opportunity in this, and that's the journey that I welcome Ms. Aishwarya, founder of Wonder, to share with us. Welcome, Aishwarya.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aishwarya, founder of Wonder Diamonds. So, welcome you all this morning. Thank you for being here. A little just about the journey of Wonder Diamonds. Having born in a jeweler family myself, so where we've been into diamond jewelry manufacturing, wholesale, retail and exports for the past 40 years, where we have a national award-winning manufacturing facility and design studio. We've been researching about lab-grown diamonds for quite a few years, and we thought it's the right time to enter the Indian market, and that's when we started Wonder Diamonds in March last year. So lab-grown diamonds has now been supported by a lot of millionaires in the US, in UK, the British royal family and a lot of Hollywood stars. They're all supporting lab-grown diamonds because it's earth-friendly, it's sustainable luxury. So Wonder Diamonds is a diamond jewelry brand exclusively dealing with lab-grown diamonds. So we have 7 stores right now, 3 in Chennai, 2 in Bangalore and 2 in Coimbatore. We have 13 more stores opening in the next few months, and we're looking at opening around 50 stores by the end of 2025. We're very happy to launch our website today, because through this website we will be servicing all our clients to the nook and corner of the country. And we really believe that the website will do very good because our jewelry is lightweight, it's trendy, and most importantly, it's affordable. To tell you a little about what is lab-grown diamond, lab-grown diamond is exactly the same as mined diamonds, but it is grown in a lab, like a test tube baby. It has the same physical, chemical, do not hurt the earth. So that's why lab-grown diamonds are green. Our dreams have taken flight because of our franchisee partners. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our franchisee partners. Some of you are here today with us, right from our first store to now and in the future. And women generally are passionate about diamonds. to a lot of women, diamonds are an aspiration. So our vision is to make diamonds attainable to every woman. And would like to thank our friends from the media for being here. Would like to thank our franchisee partners and would like to thank the lovely ladies, Swastika, Pragya, Roop Jyoti, Rubina, Mendi and Farana for being here. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for the short and sweet introduction.
The diamonds are very special because each and every stone created in this lab is such a perfect diamond, and each one is a Kohinoor quality diamond. There are so many big stones bigger than Kohinoor, but Kohinoor stands out and is so famous because it is for its brilliance. And here, lab-grown diamond, each and every stone we create is a Kohinoor quality diamond, and it's also very earth-friendly, ethical.
So we say in a diamond there are 4 C's: cut, clarity, carat, and color. So how do you compare the brilliance of a lab-grown diamond to a mined diamond?
So it is exactly the same. Clarity, cut, and shape. Everything is it is identical to mined diamonds.
Is there any approval, sir? Are there any labs that have approved it? Do we have any certification?
All the leading labs do certify lab-grown diamonds also. Like mined diamonds, they certify the lab-grown diamonds.
So we always say this analogy that lab-grown diamonds are like a test tube baby, right? Even if we have a test tube baby, we can't say it's not real, it's natural. But what do you think that, why we cannot classify lab-grown diamonds as a synthetic or artificial? Because that's the doubt that comes to customers' mind. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, lab-grown diamonds are synthetic. It's not artificial. Synthetic is a thing. It's a same. Synthetic is a material. Exactly the same material as a mined one, but it's created in a lab. Artificial is a thing which is look alike. It is not an artificial.
When we launched this whole Wonder Diamonds, one of the things when we ideated with the marketing team and the branding team to communicate, we came up with this perfect diamond analogy.
Perfect diamond,
So your thoughts on why this is actually Wonder Diamonds is the perfect diamond for any woman?
Yeah. Regarding the cut clarity you are talking about, in a diamond there are so many. The higher the whiteness, the higher the clarity, the stones are better. And in a lab grown, it is we create diamonds in a very controlled atmosphere, so we can grow in a very better quality diamonds. Perfect diamonds.
Perfect diamond.
That's why it's
So apart from just the cut clarity and the other C, which is also cost, right? Right now, the youngsters, the Indian millennials who are coming up are all young, getting up in the employment ladder. They want to obviously gift diamonds, but it's not affordable. How will lab-grown diamonds be more affordable, reachable for mass affinity?
The lab-grown diamonds are very high quality diamonds, but at the same time it is very, very affordable. It is only 1/3 of the cost of the mined diamonds.
Sir, when we talk,
The same buyback question policies.
bring a special person in. I want to introduce the chief.
Welcome. I think I met some of you yesterday. And welcome again, and thank you for having me here. The question on why such a launch is important is about telling where we as a country are going. I think that's the way I look at it. Sometimes what is done by one brand will quickly get created with various other brands, but the fact of the case is you are creating a market for it. It is a very young and aspirational country. The fact is that everybody in the house, and I don't necessarily think that it's only the women who like to see diamonds. Sometimes men also like to see diamonds in some form. they have some kind of affinity towards diamonds. And also, jewelry has always been a big part of all of us, as culturally we are very affiliated to jewelry. So with these two in mind and understanding that the retail market in this country is growing, to some of you who were there yesterday, I did tell that there's a possibility of the overall retail market in the country going from the current $850 billion to $1.2, $1.3 trillion in the next 3 or 4 years' time, or even 5 years' time. But when this happens, it does not happen by just more consumption of food. It happens because of various other items get consumed. You know that overall consumption in this country is predominantly driven by food. Almost 60% is food. Then clothing, then some amount of other articles. But as items like this happen, you are seeing that there's a big flux of beauty products happening in the country. There is this huge amount of footwear requirements. There's a huge amount of accessories requirement. Jewelry was always big, but it's not just jewelry in the traditional form. New age jewelry is also becoming more and more important. So all these kinds of consumption, which I call as aspirational India's consumption, is what is going to drive the economy towards its next era or next innings. So to me, this is one more of those special occasions where we are going to drive towards consumption, and beautiful consumption, because it's not just consumption, but it's also eco-friendly consumption. It's also consumption that's going to make it economic-friendly consumption. So I think it's wonderful. It's about happiness of consumers. It's about consumers feeling that I've arrived and I can afford. It's about people feeling a sense of trust and security. And when brands like this are getting launched, it kind of adds one more star to the overall ecosystem of retail in the country. That's the reason why I'm here. I think it's more than I'm as curious to see what's happening as the others, some of you here, because it's wonderful. To me, it's a change of an era. I was thankfully involved with some changes that happened in this country before. I was involved when some of the international brands were brought into the country. Some of those brands were introduced when I was actively in the operations in Shoppers. And I've seen where it grew. Some of the brands, I don't want to take specific brands, but we were involved with some of the best brands to happen in this country because we created that environment. But I believe that some of those brands happened because there are some people willing to drive it. The second wonderful thing that I'm really happy about is that Aishwarya is driving it. I think we have to encourage lots more women to become heads of retail businesses. We know that retail businesses across the globe is driven by a large force of women to make it really happen. Women are naturally inclined towards the service industry. Their affinity to design and aesthetics is better. I think some men may not agree, but the fact of the case is that women are more naturally endowed towards it. And in retail, I have seen that at least till the time I have worked, and even currently in the association, I have seen there's at least 50% representation of women. But in most cases, it has been much more represented by women, right? So that's the way in which things has to go. But it cannot be at a particular level. The women should be at the top, who are really driving the industry, because they understand what's going to happen. They understand consumers. They've got naturally empathy towards customers. Their ability to serve is much better. So customer empathy, service level capabilities, and ability to handle large number of people to work along with them rather than bossing over them is all quite a nice way to run businesses. So I think it's congratulations to Aishwarya in order on that. So thank you all for having me here.
And we are also hoping to get into large format stores like Shoppers and Lifestyle.